Are you after a sturdy wallet that can take a hyper beam, look cute like a Gardevoir, and be slim like a Sudowoodo? Well, I got you covered. Introducing the Ridge Wallet. A slim, sexy way to carry around your cards and cash. I've used the Ridge Wallet for over 69 years now. The Ridge Wallet comes in a variety of styles to suit your everyday needs. These are some of the wallet styles I like the best, like the carbon fiber, the titanium, the gold. Really nice, cool designs to make you stand out. They also have some neat products to complement your wallet, like a bottle opener, pens, backpacks, charging, knives, you name it. You can get 10% off your purchase today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/PIMPNITE. Yes, that's right, ridge.com/PIMPNITE, and use code PIMPNITE, link in the description of the video. Cheers, Ridge, for the channel sponsor. What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full useless ability Pokemon team. This team is all about Pokemon that have useless abilities, and I'm going to be trying to make them not as useless. If you do want to check me out on Twitch, people, this is where I do all my live streams and such. Link in the description. Tonight, we've got a very special triple battle special starring the useless ability team. It's been a very long time since I've done a team like this. Now, there is a couple of troll sets here, I'll be honest with you, but there is some very, very interesting sets too to try and make these terrible abilities work. So the first Pokemon we got here is Truant Durant. Now, my opponent, this one was on the Wycombe, this was against Cheese. Now, we got this Durant with Truant with Entrainment, Guillotine, Steel Beam, and Metal Burst. What I'm going to be doing, right, is going for Entrainment. Now, that is going to be giving my opponent the Truant ability and getting rid of Beast Boost at the same time. Now, the Katana's going to be going for a Sacred Sword here, and my ability that I've got is Truant, and I've got the item Eject button, ejecting me out of this matchup, right? Now what I can do, right, is swap a fresh Pokemon into the scummy little hack Katana, and we're going to go here with the special Archeops. Now, Defeatus is a horrible ability, right? What we're going to be doing is getting around that Resto Chesto special Archeops set, right? Because normally it halves the attack and special attack, so I thought, well, if I put Resto in there, I can get my health back and hit, you know, obviously not as weak as the Defeatus Archeops would be, right? So we're going to go for an Ancient Power here. The Katana's on a bit of a little bit of a break there with its Truant. I'm going to outspeed and take it out with 2 Ancient Powers. So we're off to a flying start at the moment. That wasn't a pun, by the way. Now, the next Pokemon to come in here is, it's another Hackmon. Here we go, a full hack Pokemon team. And I've got Air Slash here. And I thought Air Slash would do a lot of damage here. I've got max speed, max special attack, timid nature on my Archeops. Now, the Mageamp's going to go for a Bullet Punch here. Bullet Punch does so much damage, puts me in Defeatus range. And look at the amount of damage that Air Slash does. It does nothing, but then I had a little thought, people. Remember I said some of these sets might be a little bit trolling? This could be it. So going to the Durant Truant right now, here comes another Bullet Punch from the Machamp. I'm pretty sure that's Choice Banded, judging on the damage that it did to my Archeops. Here comes another one here. What it did, I just went for the Guillotine, and Guillotine's gonna land. It could be No Guard Machamp, but it could have been a Guts Machamp. Regardless, it's gonna be a Gone Machamp, and that is gonna give me another KO there. Beautiful. So Katana and Machamp are down already. Next Pokemon I got in here is the Excadrill. Now, Excadrill is gonna have the Mold Breaker ability, which is gonna get around some of these horrible abilities, and they're gonna outspeed my Durant. So they're definitely Choice Scarf. They're getting around my max speed and max health. Durant right there. That was also Jolly Nature, so that's how I know they've definitely got Choice Scarf. Now I'm going to bring my Archeops here. I know that they are obviously Choice Scarf. They got to swap out, and this is going to give me an opportunity to go for a rest, right? So I can go to sleep and get all my health back, and the Chesto Berry will wake me up, and then I won't be in Defeatus range right now. So in comes the waifu Vaporeon right there, and that is going to be very, very bulky, right? I might be able to get 1, maybe 2 hits off against it, but a water type move is going to hit me very hard. So crossing my fingers there, hoping I can get an Ancient Power boost. It really does nothing, and here comes a Skull from the Vaporeon. Vaporeon hits me very, very hard with the Skull. I don't go down and I don't get burnt, which is very cool. So I thought, you know what, let's go for a scummy air slash, hope for a flinch. It's about a 37 hit KO. Unfortunately, Vaporeon is going to take me out with another skull. What can you do there? I got no luck with ancient powers at all, but Archeops still did a pretty good job there. Next Pokemon to come in here is going to be Regigigas. So what we're going to be doing here to get around the awful slow start ability, we're going to be using a special Regigigas because it's not affected in its special attack. So we got to Snore, Rest, Protect, Thunder Wave, Throat Spray Regigigas, only on PIMPNITE's channel here, by the way. So, the EVs are as follows: Max Speed and Max Special Attack. Now, my speed will get affected, but my special attack won't. So, what I'm going to try and do is stall out the slow start. Now, that is going to be 5 turns, and Protect really speeds up this process. Now, the Vaporeon is going to be going for a Toxic here, which normally would be really, really bad for Regigigas. However, my one's got Rest, which is going to be very, very handy, right? So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to paralyze the Jolteon. This is going to enable me to actually be able to outspeed. I'm not sure if anyone, I'm sure someone's seen most of these Pokemon on the surprise trade, but there's some like scummy nicknames. So go for Protect there, and I've got the Thunder Wave going. Vaporeon's going to be going for a Scald here. Scald's not going to do too much damage to my Regigigas, but I reckon I'm estimating maybe a 4-hit KO, right? So what I'm going to do is go for the Rest here. That's going to be put my Regigigas all the way back to full health, and it's going to enable me to use Snore, right? Snore is a normal type. It's a weak type special move, but with the Throat Spray, it's going to activate that, and once Slow Start wears off, I can actually outspeed things, hopefully, and go for the flinches, right? That was the idea anyway. So go for the Snore there on the Vaporeon. Imagine Regigigas snoring at you, like the whole world would shake, right? So getting a nice juicy little crit there on the Vaporeon and give myself a +1 in special attack. Here comes a Scald from the Vaporeon here, and I said it's about a 4 to 5 hit KO around that mark there. So I finally get my act together there, and then they outspeed me. It's like, okay, it's got Protect, right? I'd say this has got Wish as its other move. So like Scald, Protect, Wish, and Toxic. That's just like a, generic sort of Vaporeon set. Now, the problem here, right, is I've used Snore twice, and I've got to go back and close my peepers. And if I do that, Vaporeon could go for a Wish, and they could go for Protect, right, and get all the health back. So what I'm going to be doing here is going for a Dynamax Regigigas and going for the Snore as the attacking whip, which would be good on a Dynamax because that means I don't have to be asleep, right? So Dynamaxing my Regigigas while it's still asleep, right? But it's going to open its eyes and it's going to be going for an attacking move here. It's going to be going for a big Max Strike. Now the Vaporeon is going to go for another Protect. I thought they may try and go for a Wish here. Max Strike is going to be able to take it out. Vaporeon's only got a little bit of health there anyway. Would have been pretty funny though if it failed to take it out because, Snore isn't exactly what you call a powerful move. So bye-bye Vaporeon. Now the next Pokemon here is Master Ball. It's like in a different font. That's so weird. So we got a Bishop here. Now Bishop, I'm a little bit worried about this because as you can see in my moveset, I've only got one attacking move, which is going to drop the speed of the Pokemon. Now a lot of the time, Bishop will be running Defiant ability, and I'm like, well, I don't really want to raise his attack unless I have to, but I got to do some damage. Like, what should I do here? So I decided to go for the Max Guard here just to see what Bishop was going to do. Was either going to go for a Dark move, maybe a fighting move like Max Suckle, and I went for Max Suckle. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. Let's get some damage on the thing. It may be a problem, so I may get some sort of damage on it. It'd be better than nothing. Let's take the risk, right? So go for the Max Strike on the Bishop there. It's going to be dropping its speed, which is fine. And it's got Defiance. So like, okay, I kind of guessed that would happen. Now, the bad thing is, right, it's going to get that attack rise. And it's going to max Knuckle all up already. And Regigigas is going to get dropped there. I mean, I could have gone for a double Max Guard, but I feel like it still would have got an attack raise regardless, right? It would have raised up regardless, right? Sometimes it just raises up without doing anything. Now, Regigigas is going to be fainting there, but I still have 3 more Pokemon left, right? Now, this is my Metagross set. This is a light metal Metagross, right? It's a horrible, horrible set. I wanted to make a meme set out of Trick and Harrison Berry Dynamic Punch. In this case, I thought, well, I can't set up Gravity. Let's go for Dynamic Punch, right? So I popped the Dynamic Punch. No attack EVs, by the way. Bishop loses on 1 health. The merch is available, right? And I get the confusion. If I don't take this out now, it's going to be bad. And Bishop hits itself in confusion in Dynamax. They must have been salty about that one. Metagross, the MVP right there. Next Pokemon here is another scummy Hackmon. It's going to be extra with the Choice Scarf, right? So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'd say they're going to go for Earthquake here. Let's swap the Metagross out. I do have one, like another flying Pokemon being my Swoobat here, right? Now, Swoobat, this is a Clutch set, right? And Clutch really is a fairly useless ability, except when you have things like tricking an item away, like a good example is Lopunny, right? But I wanted to take things to the next level and give this a stupidly redundant set. So I'm going to be going for a Trick Room Iron Ball Swoobat. Now, Iron Ball, interestingly enough, right, isn't affected by the ability Clutch. However, the grounding of the Iron Ball is. So I thought that'd be quite good. It also halves my speed. I've got a Trick Room, Gyro Ball, Roost, Dual Wing Beat set, Max Health and Max Tank. I couldn't help myself. I had to go for the trolling Gyro Ball. It did amazing damage there. Triple Axle is going to triple miss, and I'm going to go for a second Gyro Ball here. I only need like one more maybe to take it out, and unfortunately the triple Axle is going to land. Now, I could have gone for Dual Wing Beat, but the whole main thing about this set is I wanted to go for Gyro Ball Swoobat, because who would even want to do that, right? And of course, my Swoobat is going to fade, and now Pheromosa is going to get a Beast Boost in attack, but it's all good though. The Trick Room is still up. I can bring in the Metagross, right? Then I start to formulate a very, very nice plan in my head. So first, we're going to go for the Thunder Punch there. That is going to take out the Pheromosa, which is nice. Now, with Light Metal on Metagross, right, since it's such a heavy Pokemon, it's such a useless ability, right? Because let's say it's really heavy, right, and you use low kick on it. Well, if you have Light Metal, it's still heavy, so it's still going to be useless, right? So that's why it's pretty useless on the Metagross there, right? So go for a Thunder Punch. I don't want to set up Gravity, right, because of my last Pokemon. I definitely don't want to set that up because it's a very trolling Pokemon. Now, at this stage, right, Metagross, I sacked it. I didn't want to go for any attacking moves at all because I had a very good plan. I've got my Rotom Fan with the air balloon here. This is such a troll set, right? Now, this is all based around floating on an air balloon, and we've got Trick Air Balloon, Poltergeist, Spite, and Pain Spit. Now, I thought for a second, I want to see what this item is. I know that it's Choice Scarf, 100% sure, because it outspeed my Durant early on, and the only way it could have done that right would have been Under the Sand or a Choice Scarf. So they locked into Earthquake here. They can't do anything at all. So my inner troll started to come out. I was like, okay, let's do a thing here. Let's get to damage to the Poltergeist. So I can see they got the Choice Scarf, and it does nothing, right? This is a physical Rotom, max speed and max attack. So then I thought, let's go for Spite here and get rid of the PP, right? Because this is actually going to get rid of the Earthquakes. Now, Earthquake, I think at max has got I think it's at 16 PP at max. So I just kept spamming Spite over and over again. Now, the combination where the air balloon was actually for Metagross and Rotom. So Rotom would actually be vulnerable to like a ground type move. But in this case, I didn't want to do that troll strategy, right? I wanted to actually just make my opponent struggle here, right? So the extra is going to finally go for a struggle here. It's going to pop my air balloon, but it can't actually do anything to me because it's run out of Earthquakes there, and just it's locked into a set, right, that can't hit me. So obviously they can't go for any other move, like maybe like a Rock Slide, it could have gone there, but since it's locked into the Choice Scarf, it can't hit me with Earthquake, and it only can struggle here. So I just went for the I just kept going for like Spider because I didn't want to take it out with Poltergeist, right? And then it started critting me right at the end. I was actually a little bit scared here. I did want to feint to a crit on struggle because, you know, my trolling were backfired there. That is the last turn that the extra is going to be feinting the struggle. What a crazy battle, and what a beautiful salty baby bottle we got there from the extra drill. You know they were mad. You know they were mad by the air balloon Rotom Fan. Only on PIMPNITE's channel, people, can I bring you this absolute wonderful content. Let's get on to battle 2. This one, this was on the Wycon. I'm pretty sure this was against Flora. The flora and fauna of the world, right? I'm going to teach you about that. The birds and the bees and the trees. Now, the first Pokemon we got here is Primarina, right? Now I get to show you this wonderful, wonderful redundant Metagross there. What I'm going to be doing first is going for the entrainment on the Primarina, getting rid of the Liquid Voice and giving it Truant, right? It gets good, people. It gets very, very good. Now, I'm going to get hit by the Liquidation here. Now, Durant is going to get ejected out of this battle, which is fine. I love my entrainment eject button Durant combination. It's so, so good. Now, I get to show you the Metagross set in all of its redundancy. So, since Light Metal is useless, right, I decide to do a Galaxy Brain useless Metagross set. Just watch, it's an absolute banger. What you do right first is you give him a Parasol Berry, right, which heals confusion, right? they're truanting at the moment, which is going to give me a little time to set up. Now I'm going to go for the gravity, right, which is obviously going to increase the accuracy of moves, right, like dynamic punch, which is going to be very, very good. Now I'm going to get hit by the liquidation, which is quite funny because it drops my defense. If I clear body, that wouldn't have happened, right? So now I'm going to go for the dynamic punch, right? That's going to hit the Primarina not very hard at all. I've got max health and max speed, and now they're going to be confused. But I gave them a Parasite Berry earlier, so now it's going to heal their confusion, right? And that's the redundancy of this set. And then after they've healed their own confusion, then you hit them with another dynamic punch, and then you go for a thunder punch to paralyze them, to give them parafusion, and just generally annoy the heck out of the opponent, right? So this is the most redundant Metagross set you'll ever see in life, because Light Metal is literally redundant on Metagross. Do you see what I did there? You see what I did there? Now that's also equally redundant as the Rotom with Air Balloon too. This Metagross and the Rotom was a full combination, right? I wanted my opponent, I really wanted to get that Rotom hit by a ground type move. I could have done that in the earlier battle, right, if I went for gravity, because Rotom actually would have been hit by the Earthquake. But I didn't want to do that, right? I wanted to troll the opponent instead. But the Metagross and the Rotom were just straight troll sets. Like, you'll never see sets like this again. Anyway, so we've got the Guzzlord here. I landed a nice juicy dynamic punch against it, and the gravity is going to return to normal. So I might be able to use my Metagross a little bit later on. So let's go into Swiggity Swoobat here. Swiggity Swooty, let's get some booty. So we got the Guzzlord here. It's going to be go for a Fire Blast here. Fire Blast hits me really, really hard there. It's a clean 3-hit KO, right? Now, the Guzzlord under the Trick Room, right, is going to be doing fairly good. However, it's going to be hitting itself in confusion. Give me the opportunity to set that up and maybe get a very, very powerful Gyro Ball or Dual Wind Beat up there. Now, this Swoobat was Brave Nature, by the way, and with Iron Ball, so it was pretty slow for a Swoobat. Unfortunately, my opponent is running a mixed Guzzlord set, and Swiggity Swooty is not going to be getting any booty. So the Guzzlord's going to get a special attack rise, right? This is actually really bad. Now, I did something very, very risky. I was like, let's go into Metagross and let's see if I can get this going right. Now, the Guzzlord is going to go for the Iron Defense here. Oh, also in this battle, there was a little part of this battle where it sort of corrupted. So I think I've got all of the battle there. I'm pretty sure. This was during a stream too. Like something sort of wacky happened to my recording. Anyway, so the Guzzlord is going to hit me with a Fire Blast and Metagross is going to faint there. So that's bad. Then I'm starting to think maybe I could swap my Durant in here and give this Truant maybe, but I'm going to have to dodge a Fire Blast. Fire Blast misses, and then I get the entrainment off, and now I'm going to give the Guzzlord Trent, which is very, very good there. So that was lucky. That was so lucky. This Truant is very Durant. Now, what's going to happen, right? We're going to have the Truant Durant swapping out there, right? And now we're going to have the Regigigas coming. So I thought, well, we might be able to get these snores going. I might snore at this Guzzlord. Like, Guzzlord can scream at me like it does in the anime, and my Regigigas can snore at it, right? The top 10 anime battles. So getting hit by the Fire Blast does a lot of damage there. Thunder Wave is going to miss. Now, Guzzlord, I think, was on the Truant there, and I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave and paralyze this Guzzlord, yep. So that way I can maybe get around the speed, right? So now what I'm going to do is go for the rest here. Reggie is going to get all of its health back, and now I can start to get that snore going. So the first snore needs to hit pretty hard there and get me my special attack boost. Then I can sort of, keep healing myself off and keep snoring over and over again. It's like that person you slept to, like in primary school, right? Let's be real. I went on one of these, it's one of these camp things, right? And you sleep in there's like 69 million bunks in the room. And there's like 69 million people in the room. And there's this one dude that just freaking snores all night. Like, all night. Like, it's so loud. I'm not going to do it, right? Because that'd be cringy. But it's really loud and it just goes for the whole night. Then you wake up, right? And you're like, wow, I had a really good sleep. And like, yeah, me too. Yeah, I really had a great sleep. I'm sure that's happened to someone. Anyway, so go for the Dynamax Regigigas again. For some reason, I kept going for Dynamax Regigigas all the time. I think it's because I was quite excited to use Snore and Dynamax. Right, regardless, let's get back to the battle here. So we've got a very, very thick Regigigas going on now. I can go for a Max Strike here and do some really good damage to the Guzzlord, right? So go for Max Strike on the Guzzlord, and that is going to finish it off there. That was actually a very problematic Pokemon. Like, it had a lot of special attack boosts and actually had some good coverage moves against the rest of my team. Next Pokemon we got here is 69 meters tall, or the Alola Exeggutor there. And I can land a Max Strike against this too. By no means will I take it out in one shot, but it does a good sizable chunk of damage there, right? Now, the Alola Executive is going to get a speed drop. Not that it matters, it's a very slow Pokemon. Now it's going to pop a Leaf Storm, which is a critical hit there, so not bad damage to Regigigas. I mean, it's Regigigas, it's very bulky there, right? So now I'm going to go for another Max Strike, and that is going to be the end of Regigigas' Dynamax there. But it did a pretty solid job then. Now, we got that Primarina left on a little bit of health, and we got another Pokemon, Espeon the Arrogant, man. I should make a team based around all those, maybe I could get like individual ones and make a team based around them. That'd be really, really cool. I could go searching for some. Anyway, so the Espeon's going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. It's on an espionage mission. And I'm going to go for the Sleep Ride. This is all like, it's a little, I'll be real, it's a bit of a stolly set because the only way you can attack is with Snore, right? So you find yourself constantly going to sleep, yep? So Espeon's going to go for another Dazzling Gleam. It's like, okay, why don't I go for a Psychic Move? Or like, Psychic Move would do, you know, a little bit more damage. Not saying it would take me out, but it would do a bit more, right? So go for the Snore on the Espeon. Does fairly good damage when you think about Espeon's decent special attack. Now we got the Dynamax Espeon here, and my question was quickly answered a little bit later as this battle went on, right? So I know it's got Dazzling Gleam. You have to assume it's got some sort of Psychic-based move, or it's I'm not sure, like maybe something like maybe Calm Mind or something like that, right, for Max Guard or whatever, right? So here comes the Max Mindstorm on my Regigigas. That hits very hard. Very, very hard. Almost taking me out there without a Psychic Terrain, right? So, okay, they've definitely got a powerful Psychic type move there. So I can go for another Snore here to try and do some damage on the Espeon, right? Does very big damage. Almost takes out the Espeon with a critical hit there. Now Espeon can go for any sort of move here to take out my Regigigas, right? So I'm going to wake up here and go for Protect. Not that it really mattered. I could have gone for a Rest there. But judging on the damage they did to me with the Psychic before, the Psychic move, I'd say this is coming off something powerful like Psychic. But then I was starting to think, maybe it's off even something like more powerful. Maybe it's off Future Sight, right? Maybe that's why they couldn't use a Psychic move before, like, right away. So going to the Durant here, I actually going to get hit by the Max Mindstorm, and my Durant Truant is going to be failing there. I went for the Metal Burst there, and it failed, because I thought I'd get outsped, but there you go. I could have gone for Steel Beam, and it would have been a double KO. Maybe I should have done that one instead. So now we're going to go into the Rotom Fan here. I'm going to be floating on my air balloon. Espeon is out of its Dynamax now. So I did... I'm pretty sure I did ask this one what the Psychic move is, and in the end, it turned out to be Future Sight. So that makes sense, right? Now, here comes the Dazzling Gleam on the Rotom Fan. It's a 3-hit KO. It's also going to pop my air balloon. I'm going to go for the Thief here, and that is going to finish off the Espeon. I was actually also interested to see what the item the Espeon had, and it turned out the Espeon had the Focus Sash as the item, so I didn't really steal a good item. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, this is a bit of a different Rotom set this time. This is a fully physical set there. I kept Poltergeist, I added on the Thief, and I added on Facade as well there. So a little bit more of a trolling set there. It's a bit different to my earlier Spite one, right? I felt with the Air Balloon Rotom, I had to use a couple of sets because it was a pretty useless Pokemon. So in comes Regieleki here, going for the Extreme Speed because it's such a slow Pokemon. And now I can go for the Poltergeist here. I see that it's got a Magnet Extreme Speed Regieleki. And Poltergeist hits very, very hard there, doing over half health. Now Regieleki, right, is going to go for the Extreme Speed here. I live on 12 health. And Poltergeist is going to attack it, and it's going to land on the Regieleki, and that one is going to be going down there. So it's very, very nice getting rid of the Magnet Regieleki. Like, Magnet Regieleki is it's pretty nice, right? Stacks beautifully with its ability. Now, the next Pokemon is Pikachu, and it's wearing a cap, and I thought here, I want to see what this has got. Imagine if this had Focus Sash, right? I was hoping it would have Light Ball, though. I give it a Focus Sash, which could be a troll move here, and I get the Light Ball. But imagine if that had Focus Sash. So I'm going to get finished off there by the Thunderbolt and bye-bye Rotom. Now, I've got one more Pokemon left here, and this is my Archeops, right? I thought, well, I want to see if I can live a Pikachu Thunderbolt. So go for the Ancient Power here. I thought if it lives, it's going to live on the Sash. Didn't even need the Sash. Here comes the Thunderbolt from the Pikachu. And if that had Light Ball, I probably would have got one shot of there. I'm going to finish off the Pikachu with a Disrespect Air Slash Defeatus. And that, my friends, is the second battle there. Thank you for the battle. I think it was Flora and Flora. Thank you for the battle there. Got to learn about your flora and fauna, the nature, everything like that. I'm sure you've learned about that in school. Well, hopefully you have. If you haven't, I just taught you a new thing. Okay, the third battle we have today, this one was against Art, and we have another theme team here. If you have noticed any theme teams in this whole video as well, make sure you put it below in the comment section of the video. Now, the first Pokemon we got here is a Quillfish. I've got my Swiggity Swoopbat, and we've got the Quillfish going for Endure here. So obviously they want me to hit them or put them on a low amount of health. Now, my first play here is to go for the Trick Room. And I guess it's not really often a Quillfish would stay in against a Swoobat either. So go for the dual wing beat there. I get a crit on the first one, and I get poison points, and like, oh man. So that's unlucky. My Klutz Swoobat's going to get poisoned there. And I probably need, let's be real, I probably need a couple, like 3 more to take it out. Now the Quillfish is going to go for Explosion. And I don't know about this one because the Quillfish has got normal gem. And with a max, I mean, Swoobat isn't exactly what you call bulky, even with max health. So it's going to be a double KO. So bye-bye Swoobat and bye-bye Quillfish. Now I'm thinking here, okay, let's go into my Durant Truant, right? My Truant Durant. I think I've been calling Durant Truant the whole battle, but okay, you know what? I've roasted myself, so I can't be roasted about that. So in comes a Melmetal there, and it's going to be going for the electric terrain. So what I'm going to be doing is hopefully I can get some sort of trolling going on this. So I can give the Melmetal maybe the, get rid of its ability and then give it the entrainment Truant, right? So it's got its Iron Fist for 1 turn, and now it's going to have its Truant. So it's going to be Truanting this turn, and I'm going to be Truanting this turn, right? We're loafing around, right? Now what we're going to have the Melmetal go for a Body Press here. Body Press does a fair bit of damage to Durant, and what I'm going to, this is the eject button kicking in. I actually went for a Guillotine there, so unfortunately the Melmetal didn't use a setup move. I was hoping it would, so bye-bye Durant. So now we're going to go into the Metagross here. The Trick Room has run off, so I was like, okay, let's try and get this Paris and Berry combination going again, right? I love the fact, right, that you forcibly, I just like this set so much, even though it's a completely useless set. I just love how you forcibly give the opponent a berry to heal their confusion. Then you confuse them deliberately. The berry kicks in. It's like you're playing them like a fiddle. Anyway, so we got the Sand Slash coming in here. It might have a scummy ground type move. I don't really know. But first things first, I got to get that gravity up, right? I want to start landing some dynamic punches. Now, the Sand Slash is not going to go for a ground type move here. It's going to be setting up the sand, right? So this is going to be a speedy Sand Slash, and it's going to go for a Night Slash there. Now, Night Slash can crit, and if it does crit me in the next turn, I'd say I'm going to be going down there, right? So I don't know if punch hits there. Since I don't have any attack EV, since the set is all based around, you know, confusing the opponent and paralyzing with a Thunder Punch and trolling and giving them Paris and Berry, it does a little bit of underwhelming damage. So now what I thought, if I go into Durant here, I might be able to live this and get a Guillotine off, right? Now, we got the Sand Slash going for a Night Slash here, and it doesn't do a lot of damage. They're going to need to be able to take me out with another attacking move, right? Maybe I can live the next one. So here comes Night Slash number 2 there. Durant is going to live on 2 health there, and Guillotine lands, which is amazing. And that animation looks amazing too, so Durant takes another victim there. I don't know if the main champion in the first battle was Nogar, but you'd have to say it's a pretty high chance that it had Nogar. Maybe I'm just lucky with one-hit KO moves. Like, lately I have been. So in comes the Crobat there. It's going to take me out with the Dank Pulse. That's okay. Durant did a very, very good job there. Now, the Sandstorm has gone away. Obviously, there was no items to extend that. And we got the Archops coming in. So I thought, okay, I might be able to get let's say I might be able to get some Ancient Power. Let's go. Now, Crobat's going to be going for a Supersonic with 55 accuracy. It landed too, which is kind of annoying. And now the Crobat's going to get a special attack boost. So very, very nice. It landed, and they got the special attack boost. Now, Archops hopefully doesn't hit itself in confusion because its attack at the moment is still greater than its special attack, and the Ancient Power does a lot of damage there. Lot of damage to Crobat, yep. Now Crobat's going to go for a Dank Pulse here. They're going to try and Scumbag flinch me out here. Hopefully it doesn't happen because they got the confusion and the Dank Pulse there. I get through all the scum, and I get another Ancient Power off there, and that is going to drop the Crobat, which is very, very good. This set has also got Focus Miss on it too. So say if Melmetal came into this matchup, I might be able to slide a quick and easy Focus Miss at him. So in comes a Glaceon. I was like, okay, well, I can go for a Ancient Power here. Glaceon's going to be a physical set, dropping me into the Defeatist range, which is bad there because now my moves are not going to do as much damage there. But I'm going to be going for a Rest here and healing all the way up. Now, let's say Glaceon's got great special attack. I mean, even a physical ice move will do a lot of damage to me, right? So my Chesapeake is going to wake up my Archops there. I can go for an Ancient Power or a Focus Miss. Decide to go for the Focus Miss, and the Glaceon's going to use Hail. And you can probably guess what sort of set this is. This is a scummy evasion set in the Hail, right? So my chances of landing a Focus Miss are slim to none, right? So I thought, okay, let's go for Ancient Power, right? Ancient Power is going to miss. And the Glaceon is not a fully physical set. It's got Freeze Try, and Archops gets absolutely dominated in one shot there. Oh, it tried. Poor little dinosaur. Now we're going to go to Metagross here, and we're going to pop that Gravity on the field so I can go for Dynamic Punches, right? Now, I don't want to be the first Metagross in the history of Pokemon to lose to a Glaceon in a 1v1. It might be embarrassing. I may have to quit YouTube if that happens. So, Mudslap's going to drop my Axie, and things aren't looking too good here. So go for the Dynamic Punch. It does land there, but once I said, I wasn't running any attack AV, so it doesn't take it out, right? So I'm going to need to land another one to take out this Glaceon, yeah? So Glaceon is confused at the moment, which is very, very good, and now it's going to go for another Mudslap here, right? So Mudslap, it's probably about 2 more of them will take me out there with the Hail there. But, like, Clear Body is so much better than Light Metal. Like, if I Clear Body, you know, it would have been a clear victory, right? So here comes a Ice Shard there, does nothing, right? Dynamic Punch is going to land on the scummy set in the Hail. I'm very, very like Gravity saved my behind there, like a lot, right? So down goes the Glaceon. There's a Melmetal left and one other Pokemon. Next Pokemon to come into this matchup is going to be Cloudman. Cloudman's going to pop a Thunder there. No way Metagross is going to be able to like a Thunder from that. That's very, very high special attack. Now, I've got 2 more Pokemon left, and I've got my Regigigas here, so I thought I might be able to use that at the end. Let's go into Rotom, and let's see if we control them, right? I've got Poltergeist, so I might be able to do some damage and see what the item is, right? Now, we're going to have the Rain set up there by the Thunderous. Now, I'm thinking, okay, well, if they've got Rain, they've obviously got the Thunder combination. Maybe they've got Weather Ball too. I did a very, very similar set, I think, with one of my... I think it was on the Forces of Nature team. It was a very, very long time ago. Anyway, so I can see my opponent's got the Damp Rocket as the ability. That's not going to dampen my spirits, though. And I get hit by the Weather Ball. Does a lot of damage there to my Rotom. It's going to also get rid of my Air Balloon, too. So I gave it an Air Balloon regardless because it's all part of the trolling, right? I tricked the Air Balloon away before it got destroyed. And Air Balloon Thunderous is pretty meta right now. So it's going to hit me with a Weather Ball number 2, and Rotom is going to go down there. Weather Ball number 2. That sounds like you're going to the toilet. What is Weather Ball number 2? Actually, I don't even know. Don't answer that question. So the last Pokemon here is my Regigigas, right? And I've got to get myself going. I need 5 turns to get this stuff going. So here comes a Thunder in the Rain there. Thunder does a lot of damage. Like, that does so much. It's a critical hit too, which is bad. So now I'm going to go for the rest here. Get my Regigigas all the way back up to full health there. The only Pokemon I'm thinking could be... I mean, I can use Snore against. Don't get me wrong. I can use Snore, but Melmetal is going to be tough. Like, really, really tough. So now they're going to use a Weather Ball here. Weather Ball doesn't do amazing damage to me. It's about a 3-hit KO, right? It's going to allow me to at least go for a Snore, right? Hopefully I can get the Snore going, and hopefully I can outspeed the Thunderous after the slow start wears off, right? So getting that now, Juicy +1 in special attack there. And now we're going to have the Cloudman swapping out and the Melmetal coming in. So Melmetal is going to be a great swap-in for my Regigigas, right? Also, it's full health too, right? Now, I'm going to be going for my second Snore here, and this Snore, when you look at it, like, honestly, it does pretty good damage there with the crit, like, you got to say. It's a solid 5-hit KO with the crit. So now I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave, and of course it's going to miss, and the Electric Terrain is going to go on the field. I'm like, uh-oh, with the Electric Terrain up, Regigigas can't go to sleep. You wouldn't read about it. So now what I'm going to do, right, I've got to probably go for the Thunder Wave here and try and stall out this Electric Terrain and, of course, this Melmetal, right? Now, the Melmetal is going to get paralyzed, which is very, very good here, right? Now what I'm going to do, right, is go either go for Dynamax or go for Protect. That was running through my head, so I thought, okay, let's go for Protect there. Next turn, I can go for the Dynamax, right? They're going to have Steel Roller, which is going to hit very, very hard too. The one thing about Steel Roller, though, is once you use Steel Roller, which only works under terrain, it actually destroys the terrain, which will allow me to go to sleep again. So that was kind of lucky there. But there is another Pokemon that could lay electric terrain out, being the Thunderous too. So I got to watch out. There's a lot of counters to this Snore Regigigas here. So go for the Dynamax. We got 3 minutes left of this battle. It was a very, very long battle, exactly like something else. And I'm going to go for the Max Strike here. I'm at +1 special attack. And I get a lot of damage there. The next one possibly could take it out. I get 2 crits. Like, this Regigigas is coming in clutch here, right? Now, I'm going to drop the speed there. Not that was really a problem. Here comes a Steel Roller. Does very good damage to my Regigigas, right? There's 87 health left on my Regigigas. I'm going to go for another Max Strike here. I felt this will be enough to take it out, right? Melmetal lives on 1 health rent-free in my mind. You wouldn't read about it, and the merch is available, right? Now the Melmetal is going to go for a body press. I lived on 1 health too. It was a double 1-hit KO. I don't think that's ever happened before, or it's been like 69 years, right? So the Melmetal is going to go down to the Max Strike there, which is amazing. I love that fading animation, by the way. Last Pokemon we got here is the Cloudman. Now, they have a Dynamax. And let's be real, a Snore's going to probably not take them out here, right? But I thought, well, let's go for rest here. If I can get the rest off before the Thunderous goes for its Max Lightning, I might be able to leave 1 hit really badly, but not the next one, right? Also, the clock was very, very close here. We had like 60 seconds left of this battle too, right? And Cloudman can go for a Max Lightning and definitely do a lot of damage. Plus, I'm not in Dynamax anymore, so it's got to do heaps, right? So getting that rest off just before I got attacked there, and I'm going to be all the way back to full health there, right, which is going to be fine. So I think we had about 40 seconds left of this battle there. I'm going to get all my health back there. Here comes the Max Lightning. As you can see, that was without the Max Lightning on the field. Now it's got, the next one is going to be taking my Regigigas out on the next shot there. And that is pretty much it for this game. We got down to the last 0 seconds of the battle. And it was very, very close at the end there. Thank you for watching all 3 of these battles. Hope you enjoyed them. Peace out.